and welcome to the Prumihimo channel in lockdown. I don't have access at the moment to my usual editing and filming assistance, but that doesn't mean I can't produce some great videos for you, just quick little videos done in one take where I show you the tricks and tips that have worked for me over the years and that can help to make you a better braider. And so I'm going to start today by talking about bobbins. Now, most people are familiar with the Easy Bob, it's often called. Little plastic bobbin, very economical in price. And they're a fantastic little device. The way you operate them is you snap them open like that, and then you can wind your cord on, snap them shut, and then when you need more cord, you can just release it like that without actually having to open the bobbin. So that's your basic bobbin. But what I really want to talk to you about is the weighted bobbin. So it looks very much the same. All it is it's got a little weight in the back. And what I want to do is talk to you about why you might want to use them and indeed how you can make your own. So first of all, I think there are four main uses for a weighted bobbin. The first one is really when you're using thick and thin cords together on the round disc. Now, when you're doing round braid on the round disc, the cords move round the disc. So that means that each slot in turn has to accommodate both the thicker cord and the thinner cord. So you will find that the slots become stretched by the thicker cord and therefore can't quite grip the thinner cord properly. So the way around that is quite simply to attach your weighted bobbin just to the thinner cords, and that way you'll get a really great tension throughout the braid. So that is use number one. Now, the second really useful use for weighted bobbins is if you've got a rotten old disc like this one. This is actually my first ever Kumihimo disc. It's been attacked by the cat. It's very grubby, I'm afraid. It's been all round with me, and the slots are a bit worn out. They're a bit slack. But if you use weighted bobbins, this time on all your cords, you'll find that you can still make a really old disc work well for you. So that's use number two. Use number three is a bit more niche, and it involves springy materials. And what I'm thinking of in particular is this. This is flexible beading wire. You may have come across it called Tiger Tail, or by its brand names Soft Flex. There are lots of others as well. It is a great material for Kumihimo, but it is very springy. And the way to keep it under control is quite simply with the weighted bobbin, because that will just bring that cord down, keep it in its slot, and you will find it's much easier to keep control of your braid with flexible beading wire when you're using your bobbins. Now, the fourth use for weighted bobbins is to produce a particularly firm and stiff braid. And when you use weighted bobbins, you would normally have a weight on the middle as well, a counterweight. And that is normally going to be about 50 grams, possibly up to 100 grams. And a lot of people really enjoy this sort of braiding and, in fact, use weighted bobbins the whole time because you do get this really nice firm braid. Because of all that extra weight, you will find your braid is tighter, a little bit fatter, takes a bit longer to work up, and is stiffer. So there's absolutely no right or wrong in any of this. It's just a different way of doing things, a way to achieve a stiffer, firmer braid. Now, as I say, lots of people do like to use this method, use these bobbins all the time. And I would just urge caution there. I do a lot of braiding every day. And although I like the effect of braiding with bobbins all the time, I do find it's very hard on my hands. And I think we all need to be mindful of not overstressing our hands and wrists. So be a bit cautious there, but I have got some advice on that for you. So those are the four main uses. Thick and thin, old disc, springy materials, and to make an extra firm braid, which also comes down to personal preference. So how about making your own? So easy. So a commercial bobbin weighs 24 grams, which is about 0.8 of an ounce. You don't need to worry too much about the specific weight. You don't need to match this up exactly. What you do need to match up is if you're making a set of bobbins, 4 or 8, you do need to make sure they all weigh the same. So to make your own, and it's a temporary measure, so you can revert back to your old bobbins if you need to, all you need is your bobbins, some strong tape, and some coins. And all you do is tape the coins to the back of your bobbin. Now you don't need to worry that you're obscuring this hole here. This plays no part in your braiding. What you do need to make sure is that you trim the tape around the edge, because you don't want to interfere with the way you pull the cord out, because that's just really irritating. And what coins should you use? Well, I'm in the UK and we actually have quite heavy coins. That's quite handy. So if I want to exactly replicate the commercial bobbin, my 24-gram bobbin, what I need is two £2 coins. Now, to be honest, I find that quite heavy. I don't think you really need that amount of weight. What I find more comfortable is two 50p pieces, and that takes me to about 18 grams. And this is where I'm going to come back to those people who have a preference for using weighted bobbins the whole time. Try making a set of your own a bit lighter than those commercial ones. You will still get the benefits of that tighter braid, but you will find that your hands get a bit of a break. And you don't need the two 50p, you can have one. Of course, if you're in a different country, you're going to have to weigh your coins. Get your kitchen scales out, choose a few coins, see what they weigh, try them out. Once you've tried them, if you feel you want a bit more weight, you'll end up with a stiffer braid. You can do that. If you wanted a bit less weight, you'll end up with a slightly looser braid. It's all a matter of personal preference. And it is this understanding of how you can change your braid in different ways that will make you a better braider. So I hope you've found that useful. And so until next time, happy braiding. But please do remember, hit the subscribe button so that you subscribe to my channel, and then you will be notified by email of future videos that I have. You may actually also need to just turn on notifications. So see what options you're given, but the main thing is subscribe, and looking forward to seeing you with my next bit of advice. Bye-bye.